Hey everybody, Grimble here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Solo Leveling Episode 10. The last episode was a fun one. We saw Gino take on a very powerful B-rank hunter who was very quick, very stealthy, had this invisible thing going on, and Gino was able to best him, which tells us that he's come a very long way from his lowly little E-rank self. But more importantly, now two of the people from the original Double Dungeon have witnessed his power. One of them being Juhi, his possible maybe love interest. Not sure about that yet, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to protect two of the original members of the Double Dungeon, so now we only have three of them left, including Jinu. But yeah, it was a fun showcase of Jinu's powers. I think it was one of the biggest tests he's had so far, outside of jumping into that S-rank dungeon and fighting the Cerberus over there. But he ended up rising to the occasion and defeated the B-ranked hunter. And his two friends from the Double Dungeon ended up defending him and keeping his secret hidden when questioned about what happened and how they were able to defeat the B-ranked hunter. So I'm curious to see how the fact that his secret is now exposed a little bit to some of his close friends, how that will affect their relationship with him, especially Juhi, now that she knows he's not just some weakling anymore. It might turn her on even more because you could tell she was really impressed by him before they even entered the dungeon. But yeah, I'm interested to find out what happens, so let's jump right into Solo Leveling Episode 10. If you guys are interested in signing up to my Patreon, you'll be able to take advantage of ad-free content, 3 to 4 weeks early access to all reactions, which for the middle tier and above can include the full-length watch-along reactions. Those that subscribe to the highest tier will also be supporting my game and animation studio, Little Grim Entertainment. You'll have access to a sneak peek look at all of our upcoming games and animated shows.
Chinu, you know you've changed a lot. And then there's me, who hasn't really changed at all.
Going on their little date.
I changed a lot because a lot's happened.
There is one thing I can finally admit, though. I'm too timid for this job. I should have been signing up for A and B rank dungeons, but I purposely stuck with the D and E ranks. Those low-ranked raids were how I met you, though. At first, I was a little annoyed by how often you got hurt. But somehow you always survived. You got back up and kept fighting.
That's one thing, he is a survivor.
We promised that we would go out to eat somewhere. But you should have this back.
Aw.
Can I know why?
Because I'm leaving. I'm retiring as a hunter. Yeah, I'm moving back home.
Oh man.
Fair enough.
Just gonna let her go like that, man? Oh, come on.
When that happens, I'll cash in
Guess
our
you
range.
can't really
Sure.
stop her, but say something if you care, you know? Maybe he thinks it's best not involve her in everything that's going on with him.
Frankly, I don't see an E-rank like you having a hand in Teshik's defeat. I was the one who tested you for a potential reawakening, after all.
Might want to test again.
You and that D-rank may have painted targets on your backs. Because it just so happens that Dongsuk's brother is Dongsu Huang. If he isn't after you two, I would be shocked.
You mean Dongsu Huang is in the S rank?
Yes. What actually happened doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
His only takeaway is that his brother died. S-ranks aren't bound by laws. With that much power at their fingertips, they can choose to bring about miracles or absolute destruction. If possible,
That's
I
terrifying.
suggest you take your family and leave the country as soon as you can.
Wow.
One more reason I need to get stronger. I have to. Gino? Just one question. What am I looking at here?
This is our strike team! When making my selections, I prioritize people who are registered hunters but have reasons they can't work, and people who are having trouble getting by.
Good call.
Be injured and drunk made the cut?
Injured and drunk.
Can't raid C-rank gates without 8 people, and these want the cash.
Bro, is that a kid?
Miners can raid as long as they've awakened.
Really? Wow. Alright.
Gino and I will be the only ones who go through the gate.
So, you two really want to clear this thing by yourselves? while the rest of us get 3 million big ones just for sitting around? Right. That's 3 million for every raid. Not half bad since you aren't required to fight, huh?
That's a pretty good deal.
Catch is, you can't talk about it.
Yep.
If you go public with our deal, per the contract, you'll have to pay us back 10 times what we paid you.
Ah, good call.
This is the stealth stone I got from beating Tish and Kong.
Oh, did he get that stealth ability that he had, the B rank?
You ready, boss?
What are you wearing?
This is a full suit of buff-boosting armor special ordered from Italy.
Looks a little heavy.
And now I'm ready for whatever trials await.
Yep.
Not to be mean, but you better take that off before I rip it off.
Okay. Gotta admit I'm nervous, though.
He kept the helmet at least.
What did I just say?
At least let me keep the helmet.
Aw. Come on.
Fine, whatever. Let's go.
Right.
Should we let them raid it alone? It feels sort of wrong.
I mean, we warned them.
All I know is a C rank dungeon isn't going to be cleared by a D and an E rank.
Sungyi must be skipping class today.
Oh, that's right. That's that girl that was in school with her.
How long has it been?
I'd say about an hour now, but it would take a normal squad at least 2 hours to clear, so get comfy. Huh?
I guess they ran away. They're lucky to be alive.
I don't think they're leaving because they're giving up. Look! The gate's closing!
No. They beat the boss? We're moving, everyone. Got 2 more dungeons to clear.
Are they for real? Who are these guys?
It's like nothing now.
Mana crystals over here.
Sounds good.
He's not even paying attention. Snake is no big deal now. He's probably gonna peek out at some point with these lower level dungeons. Oh, here's the stealth. Wow.
Has he had that skill this whole time? Or did he get stronger?
Didn't he tell you he could do that?
It wasn't fun earning the stealth skill, but man, is it useful.
Yeah.
Fighting's easy when your opponent can't see you. My new skills are handy, though they'd be a lot handier if I had the mana to use them longer. I'll have to put more ability points toward increasing my intellect going forward.
There you go.
Wasn't aware there was a target level I was supposed to be aiming for.
Oh. A job change.
A job change quest?
There's a strike team that's spending nearly double the market rate for C-rank gates around here, leaving nothing for our guild's lower-rank hunters.
Oh.
Who are
Uh-oh.
they? Never heard of this squad or this Jinho Yu character that's leading them.
He's the son of Eugene Construction's president.
The Eugene Construction? Oh. E-rank Jinu Sung?
Yes, sir. They threw together a band of misfits and randos. It's hard to say what they're planning.
Is this the same Jinu Sung from the double dungeon incident? There's something here. Smell it.
Sir, you think Jinu Sung reawakened?
That is what I just said. There have been 3 huge disasters recently that Hunter Sung survived despite the casualties. There was just a handful of survivors for each incident, and Sung was always among them. A reawakening is the only explanation that would make sense.
So where are you headed now, Manager On?
But he was tested. How are they gonna answer that?
There's a promising rookie out there I'd like to go scout.
He's recruiting? Recruiting hunters?
What is this, a picnic?
This place is a restricted area.
Sorry about that, but we noticed there were a bunch of hunters hanging out over here and couldn't help but take a closer look. Are you on the strike team in charge of this gate?
Yes.
But
Taking a break.
Gotcha! Hunter Sung must be clearing the dungeon alone as we speak. Sorry for disturbing you. You be careful, little lady.
Oh boy. Paying double the rate for these dungeons draws a little bit too much attention. All you had to do was just make sure they got it, right? Like, what is going on? this must have been Jeju Island thing. Man, what happened there? Are they going to answer that at all this season?
That same dream. Again.
Probably
It's
not.
almost time.
Gonna go back. I imagine Gino's gonna be involved. Uh-oh.
I apologize if this is sudden, Hunter Sung. The name's Sangmin An, and I'm currently the manager of the second administration team for the White Tiger Guild.
Oh, he is a recruiter.
Since I know your time is precious, I'll be direct. I recognize you're a capable hunter, and I'd like you to join our guild. We'll pay double what Eugene Construction does.
Wow.
He's bound to say yes.
No.
What's White Tiger HQ valued at?
It's probably appraised somewhere around 50 billion or so.
50 billion.
Interesting. Then your entire HQ is the offer?
What? 30 billion?
That's the value of the building I was promised by Eugene Construction, and it keeps going higher. You said you'd double that.
Well, the thing is, negotiating that kind of money is above my pay grade.
I believe we're done here.
I was too desperate.
Yep.
I should have looked into his deal with Eugene Construction first.
That would have been smart, yeah.
I'm curious how you found out about me. It's not because you've been snooping around, is it?
Where did he...
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
does he have the stealth skill? Suddenly that outrageous offer makes sense. A reawakened with stealth is worth a whole building. Sorry, I meant no harm in researching you. But I wouldn't call it snooping, per se.
I'm snooping.
Don't turn around.
There's been a shortage of C-rank gates. Our policy is to only send rookies on raids they can handle. I was tasked with investigating who was buying up all of the gates when I came across your name.
Apart from yourself, Mr. On, just how many people know about me?
It's only me and one of my subordinates.
I see. I'd rather keep a low profile. If word should get out about me, you two will be the first people I suspect.
I'll see to it that we both keep our mouths shut.
I appreciate that. I never stopped to think monopolizing the gates would cause trouble. My turn to say sorry now, because we are going to continue. We could make a deal.
You would do that? What's the catch here?
3 of our C-rank gates can be claimed by your guild if the price is right.
How much are you asking?
I want 300 million apiece.
You're joking!
Wow.
Most we could profit from C-rank mana crystals and essence stones is about 200 million, and that's on a good day. Then
Works for me. Seems we have ourselves a deal.
Oh, we do.
He got you.
3 gates for a total of 600 million.
Okay, deal.
It's a very little profit for them, though.
Close your eyes and open your mouth, please.
Huh?
That's creepy.
Did my cut just heal? Since you showed me your stealth and recovery skills, can I take that as a sign you trust me, or is that simply wishful
No.
thinking on my part?
If you don't go blab my secret, then yes, Mr. On. I'll trust you.
Were you able to scout a new white tiger?
No, but Gicha, I think that guy is a jackpot bigger than either of us could ever imagine.
Boss, I confirmed the transfer. The 600 mil is really there. How'd you sell those gates so high? And right before we canceled them, too.
Nice.
What? There's a ton of C-rank gates in our area now?
Yes. Eugene Construction only bought the 3 we purchased from them, and the rest are all selling for 70 million or less, so it seems Hunter Sung totally tricked you, sir.
A message? Am I fired?
This is Chino-san. With this, we're even. I'll forget the fact that you spied on me.
Nice.
Oh, okay, son. That's how it is, huh? Though he raked me over the coals, he gave me his contact info in the process. For the time being, I think I can be satisfied with that.
Interesting. That'll be an interesting relationship.
So a job change quest. Well, should be interesting.
All right, so we just finished solo leveling episode 10. It was a fun episode. It was really cool to see. It seems like what they're doing a lot is this back and forth of maybe a couple really intense episodes, and then you get sort of a lighter, more world building story, character progressing type episodes, which this one seems to be one of those as well. But I really like those. I really like being able to understand the world a little bit more. We got to see that there are these recruiters for these big guilds, and they look out for these really talented hunters, and then of course go and make them an offer. That seemed to be the case here, where we have the White Tiger Guild, which we've heard of before as a really prominent, powerful guild in this country, and, well, I guess the world, really. And he saw Gino and recognized that there must be something here with all the gates that are clearing, which honestly was kind of an oversight on their part. I think, Jinho, who purchased all these gates, he apparently spent way more on them than they typically go for, which is a little sus, right? It's a little, everybody would be questioning that. And if you were planning this out and you were wanting to stay under the radar, you wouldn't spend a whole bunch more per gate in order to just clear them out. You would, maybe spend a little bit more, but just enough to where it's not suspicious, but also guarantee that you'll get the gate. So that, I think, was a bit of an oversight on their part, but it seems to have brought in this recruiter guy. I can't remember his name, but he may play in a very pivotal role for Gino. It kind of seems like he's building up a team outside of the ones that will go into the dungeon, a group of hunters that'll go in and clear stuff and all that. He's building up almost a company of his own, it seems like, which is, obviously what Jinho wants to happen, but it was for his father. So it's almost like eventually they're going to come to this point where he doesn't even need his father or his help. He's created such a lucrative business on his own that maybe he can kind of sidestep his father and do his own thing and be his own person, his own man, with Jinho, of course, at the helm as the sort of leading hunter of this guild. So I can kind of see it going in that direction, right? Because Jinho's dad didn't really seem very loving of his son, and didn't seem very interested in what he had to say, and very demanding, and I don't know. I could see a world where Jinho realizes he's better off on his own, and he needs to get out from under his father's shadow instead of trying to please him all the time and do this on his own. And I have a feeling that that's kind of the direction things might go. I could be wrong, obviously. There's not very many episodes left in this season, so I'm not sure that we'll address all of that in this one. And there's obviously not a second season just yet. So I know I'll be among all the people that are anxiously awaiting season 2. Yeah, I do see this being something that will probably take a while to get to, and we won't really see the fruits of it in this season itself. Along with that, I don't think the S-ranked hunter that is hunting them probably won't get many answers from that this season, is my guess. That's probably also going to be a long-lasting thing. But it does make me wonder what the resolution and sort of wrap-up of this season will be. Maybe it will be that Jinho goes back to that S-ranked dungeon and maybe gets a little further and even gets one of the items, maybe. That he needs to get for the elixir that he needs for his mother. But that aside, we've spent a whole lot of time so far with just Jinho. So what I liked about this episode is we're starting to get more into the other characters. We're starting to get a little bit more of Jinho and this introduction of these group of hunters that are going along with them on these raids. And in particular, there seems to be some sort of connection with the youngest one, that girl that is also in the same class as his sister. So I imagine there's going to be some connection there that maybe we'll explore a little bit more by the end of the season. But it's either way, I like that they're doing that. I like that they're fleshing out some of the other characters, and it's not just completely revolved around Gino and his quest for this power and strength and growing stronger and stronger every episode. I'm also surprised the guy that came and warned him about the S-ranked hunter, I'm surprised they haven't tried to test him again. If I saw this guy and it was a little suspicious every time, I would be like, let's double check. Because they said the reawakenings can happen at any point, right? So, yeah, maybe they would think, oh, the first time we did the test, he hadn't actually reawakened yet, and it was just sheer coincidence that he survived that double dungeon. But then he goes through this transformation, of just taller body transformation. Like, that's not natural. And I would be going, maybe I should do another test. Maybe something happened after that I gave him the last test, and now he's actually reawoken. And it would also makes me wonder, would the test still show he's an E rank? Does whatever power that is, whatever power is given to the hunters, is that the same as the magic that he's using, and that's whatever's, boosting him up and giving him strength? So maybe it's different, like it's a subset of powers, so that if he did the test for the mana, or, this mana test or whatever it is, that would show the same, because they don't really have a test for what's actually fueling him now. I could see that. That would be actually really interesting. But either way, I would still test him again. Like that would sort of be the first thing I would do if I was that guy and I saw this new and improved Ginu. And he's surviving all these things, I would probably do another test. Yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Carry on the conversation in the comment section below. Do you guys agree with me? Would you have done another test at this point when you saw this guy surviving all these things? And if you were that guy who was initiating the test, would you be like, I should probably test him again, probably check this out. Something's not adding up. He's clearly sort of leveled up in some way, right? Either physically, he's actually done the work, or there's something else going on here. Might as well just be sure and check and see if he's had a reawakening. I think that would be the safest bet. Yeah, do you guys agree, or do you guys see a reason why it didn't make sense to do another test? Because, I don't know, I don't really see it, honestly. But that's all I got for this episode, guys. It was a fun one. I like the story building. I love the character building when they have these sort of lighter episodes, because some of these episodes can be really, really intense. So it's nice to have that break every now and then. Take it easy, get to enjoy the characters a little bit more. But I am looking forward to the next few episodes to come, because we are getting closer to the end, unfortunately. So I'll be among all the rest of you that are anxiously awaiting for Season 2. So with that being said, guys, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content today. Also, please check out my Patreon page. A lot of great perks up there, ad-free content, full-length reactions. I also am about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of all the shows that I am currently watching over there on Patreon, including Solo Leveling. So if you want to catch up to Solo Leveling or any of the other shows that I'm watching, you can do that over on Patreon. So with all that said, guys, love the episode, a lot of fun. Can't wait for the next one, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction.